Let's talk about predicting success. What does it take to become a Boldheart business owner? Somebody who aligns their business with their passion and who plays so much bigger than not only they've played themselves before, but so much bigger than all those around and create results like this. What does it take? Right? Well, we talked about yesterday that some of us are born different. Raise your hand if you're born different. Yes, we're born different. We cannot clock in and clock out of a meaningless existence. Many of us have to do our own thing. And I believe that we who are born different are hardwired to be different. And what I mean by that is, in working with thousands of business owners over the last 16 years, but especially over the last 5 or 7 years, we've given business owners assessments to take, right? 2 different, 3 different assessments. And it's fascinating to see all of the results come in over the years. We, business owners, are literally wired differently than the rest of the population, right? We are different. Yeah, and perhaps like me, you have felt different all your life. Anybody? Yeah. Not necessarily fitting in with your friends or family, really desperately looking for other people that look like you, if you know what I mean, that are like you. And we are all looking to have the greatest level of meaning and fulfillment, not to waste our life away doing nothing. Doing nothing meaningful is what I mean. And what I have discovered is most of us are pretty much unemployable. Yes? Raise your hand if that's true. Yes, 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 yes. There's something that I learned in nutrition school. The bigger the front, the bigger the back, okay? The bigger the front is, for many of us who are wired this way, we are high idea generators. Yes? Are you a high idea generator? You love to start new things. That's me. Say, that's me. I love to start new things, but the bigger the back is that you're often driven to distraction. Yeah? Jessica said it, right? Overwhelmed, lots of stuff, bright, shiny objects, right? Either you're a high idea generator and driven to distraction, or there's a small percentage of business owners who are great at getting things done, but they're wired to stick with what's familiar. So they stay at that same level for a while, right? Alexander talked about that. 50,000, 45,000, 50,000, staying there for years, right? Because they're wired, which leads to more of the same. Either way, being a business owner, it feels like a lot of work for not so much reward or freedom. Would you say so? I mean, there's at least a couple people on this inspiration panel that said, Shareem, even though he's doing well, he's thinking about throwing in the towel. It's just so hard, right? So some of us were born to be business owners, right? We're wired differently. So if you say, but Fabienne, if I was born to do this, then why is it so difficult? Why is business ownership, successful business ownership, not more straightforward? And I want to talk to you about the entrepreneurial predicament. The entrepreneurial predicament states that, okay, so you started your business and at first you got a few clients, word of mouth. Who got their first clients word of mouth? Yes. Okay? Most of us did because we just didn't know how to market, right? Is that the truth? Yeah, that's the truth. But once you grow, once you're in business long enough and you've tapped out your, natural resources, meaning your friend pool, right? With greater expenses, you must now do more, right? But where do you start? Most people just don't know where to start. I want to share with you something that I've learned over all these years. The people, the business owners who are now moving faster in their business, what I call the stagnant entrepreneurs. There's no shame, there's no judgment. I have been a stagnant entrepreneur. I know what it's like to be frustrated at the same level, wondering why I'm not moving faster. Anybody else? Yeah. Yeah. Stagnant entrepreneurs face three different sets of frustrations, right, that affect their confidence and their results. Would you like to know what the three sets of frustrations are? Perhaps you'll recognize yourself in either one, two, or three of them. Okay. Number one, the strategic frustrations. The strategic frustrations, what it really means is they don't know what to do, right? They opened up a business. Maybe you're the same way. You opened up a business and you got it to a certain level. Listen to Alianka. She was a good coach, but she questioned, because she didn't know what to do to grow her business, she questioned whether she was a good coach, right? Not knowing what to do strategically means that you have no roadmap. And listen to see if this is you, okay? No roadmap, no plan. You don't necessarily know what to prioritize. And then, can we be silly together for a second? Yeah. This is what I call the whack-a-mole approach to business. Blech. Whack-a-mole approach to business. Go like this. Putting out fires. Oh my God, I should do this. I should do that. Raise your hand if you're being honest, this is a little bit how you do business. Yeah, I thought so. Majority of the room, right? Having no plan, having no strategy means you're whack-a-moling your business. A lot of times you start from scratch, right? You reinvent the wheel. There's a lack of systems. Who's got a lack of systems in their business, right? Deep breath in. Right? Reinventing the wheel from scratch. Every time something new needs to get done, because there are no systems, you labor it all over again. Sometimes the strategic frustrations have to do around an unclear marketing message, right? You heard Jennifer Madsen talk about how in the beginning she didn't know how to position. Even though she was making money, she still didn't know how to position her marketing message. You heard Alianka say the same thing, right? General confusion around what to do next. You know you got to do something, you just don't know what to do, right? And then even if you knew what to do, sometimes, often, there's a confusion around how to do certain things. Okay, I got to put together a webinar, because I hear that that's what you have to do. Okay, how does one do a webinar? How long should it be? What should be in the webinar? Should I charge for the webinar? How do I get people in the webinar? What is the technology that I need to use to do a webinar? Oh my God, I'm not doing a webinar. That's literally what happens, right? The strategic frustrations have to do with not having the access to all of the stuff that you don't know exists, right? You remember hearing that on this panel? I think it was Shireen who talked about it, right? There's this whole body of possible knowledge, right? You know the green part, the things that you know, and then there's the red part, the things that you don't know, and then there's all the other stuff that are not in your awareness, because usually business owners who are at a certain level are I hope you'll take this right. I was in that place too, so I'm lumping myself in that place. It's the blind leading the blind, right? We're just going to lead ourselves with where we got, how we got to where we got today, completely ignoring all of the other strategies that highly successful business owners use on a daily basis to really grow their business, scale it, leverage it, and be able to see some of the revenue increases that you see on this inspiration panel. People who go from 200 to 400,000 in 1 year, people who go from 50 to 150 in, what was it, Alexander, a year and a half? Yeah? Again, 800% growth. That stuff doesn't happen when you don't learn all the stuff that you don't know that is available. Deep breath in. All of these strategic frustrations lead to having no clear direction. Who feels that they don't always have clear direction? Yeah. Yeah. The second set of frustrations are the mindset frustrations, right? Mindset frustrations, as you've been learning all day today, say, I know, Fabienne, I know, okay? Mindset frustrations help, they get, it's you getting in your own way. An opportunity shows up, but you've got a general feeling of overwhelm, so you don't say yes to the opportunity that shows up. Anybody ever feel like this? Yeah, yeah. Mindset frustrations occur when you're easily distracted. Hard to stay intentional, focused, and disciplined. Yes? Yeah. Is this your brain sometimes? Is this what it's like inside your head? I know. I know. I know. For many business owners, there are low expectations. Low expectations. So you lower the bar so the par ain't so far because of what we talked about today. Fear of failure. Right? So I'm not, fear of criticism, fear of exposure, all that mindset-y stuff we talked about today. Limiting beliefs that get in the way about, right? I can't charge that much. They won't pay for that. I'll be overwhelmed. All the mindset gunk is running the show. Self-confidence needs a boost. Right? Do you remember hearing? I needed self-confidence. If I didn't have it, I didn't think I could stay in business. Fear sometimes gets in the way. Fear of, I can't go from one-to-one to doing an academy and stretching because I don't think they'll say yes. I better not rock the boat. I better just stay safe, even though I'm not enjoying my business right now. Who sometimes feels that they need to stay safe to not rock the boat? Yeah, it's okay. We've all been there. It's absolutely normal. Sometimes it's even predictable. Deep breath in. Sometimes we feel like we need a permission slip. We need permission to do something big, to do something bold, to do something that our colleagues would never do. Right? I remember talking to one of our members, Stacy. Hi, Stacy. I hope you're watching. Stacy went from 0 clients and 0 money to within 3.5 years, she's on track for $1 million this year. And Stacy came to me once and she said, it wasn't actually not that long ago. I'm talking to you, Stacy, as if you're watching, but maybe a 1.5 years ago. And she said, I want to do a half-day event. I'm like, why? Why aren't we doing a 3-day event? She said, oh, I can do that? I'm like, yes, Stacy, you have permission to do a 3-day event. And she's killing it, changing people's lives all over the country and the world because she got permission to step in and be bolder in her business, not take the scenic route. Like Julia, we talked about Julia today in Austria, right? Mindset frustrations, like not fully understanding the role of metaphysics in your business, right? Metaphysics, not understanding the role of having a bigger wealth consciousness that we talked about today, right? Being a highly successful business owner has nothing to do with money. It has to do first with your wealth consciousness and your business consciousness. Once you have that, you have a big business. Big business, not in a negative way, creating it the way you want to create. Mindset also has to do with setting healthy boundaries. With whom? Your clients, ourselves, our families, our teams, our prospects. But a lot of people in business don't know how to say no. Remember Terry said that. She said, I learned how to say no in this business. Who needs to, realistically, to say no a little bit more? Yeah, right? All of these mindset frustrations lead to self-sabotage, right? It's that chaotic vibration we've been talking about, where you want to do one thing and then you hold yourself back from doing it. Want the third one? Isolation frustrations. Shireen talked about it. The isolation frustrations that have you operating solo in your business. And it can be really, for some people, devastating. Because left alone, right, with no mentorship, like, what do we do? Where do we go? When we're operating solo, sometimes we get trapped in the day-to-day of our business, and we make no time to work on the business. We're trapped with our clients, which is great, but there's a point at which you can't make more money because there's no more of you to go around. Terry talked about that today, right? There's not enough structure. Right? Is this you sometimes? Yeah. Jessica, you talked about having not enough structure. We need structure as business owners. Say, yes, we do. Yes, we do. Right? Not enough support. Feeling like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders and you're climbing up the mountain at the same time. Doing pretty much everything yourself, even if you have a team. Why? Because not knowing how to delegate, right? Not knowing how to hire the right people. Sometimes you hire people and they're not perfect, so you say, well, then I'll take it because nobody can do it like me, and I'll do it faster and better anyway. Yes? Yes, yes. Not enough implementation. When it's just us, we set a deadline and we go, deadline, schmedline. There's no healthy pressure to get something done because, remember, we're usually people who start lots of things but don't finish them on our own, right? There's no accountability, so not that much gets done. We set goals at the beginning of the year, and then we don't necessarily finish them because we don't have people holding us accountable. Somebody, again, like Jessica saying, you know, I talked to somebody at 8 a.m., so not just somebody who knows my business, somebody who is invested in my business, somebody who will hold my feet to the fire. Isolation also means that you have no one to talk to about what we call level 3 stuff, right? Level 1 is, you know, how are you? Good. How are you? Nice to see you. We have plenty of those conversations. Level 2 is you talk to a friend. You know, you're telling them about your family, you're telling them about your business, and when they say, how's business? You say, business is great. And you never go into the stuff like, I just had my first $10,000 month. Woohoo! You can't say that to an acquaintance or a friend or a family member. They don't want to hear that you made your first $10,000 month or your first $100,000 weekend. Yeah, you can't say that to them. Why? You tell me. Jealousy. What else? Judgment. Not your friend anymore. How many of, I'm going to be honest, I lost friends because I was trying to share level 3 stuff with level 2 people. I regret it, but nobody told me not to. I didn't know what I didn't know. And then there's level 3. Level 3 is when you can be with another bold-hearted entrepreneur and you feel safe enough, you feel safe to sit down, and you may have just met them 5 minutes before, and you can say, so, how are you? And they say, well, since you're asking, here's what's really going on. Both the really good stuff and the not so good stuff. There's never a point at which, I've never experienced a point at which I'm doing awesome, awesome, awesome in one area of my life, and the other one is going really, 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 really great, too, right? Sometimes life is good, sometimes business is good, etc. We entrepreneurs need a place, a safe space to tell people what's really going on. True that or not true that? True that. Isolation, because sometimes I'm just going to go there. Do I have permission to go there? Yeah. Sometimes a well-meaning spouse thinks you, as the business owner, knows enough and should just do it. Why aren't you just doing it? Do you want to know why that dynamic is happening? Yes, please? You are wired to start new things and not necessarily finish them. Typically, your spouse is wired to do the thing that they set out to do. My spouse finishes everything he starts. Isn't that annoying? I mean, isn't that fantastic? But often the spouse just says, honey, you're smart. Like, you don't, just do it. Why aren't you doing it? And it can really weigh heavy on your heart. Anybody else experience that? Okay. They're not here, so you can just raise your hand, okay? Sometimes they're here. And then isolation, when you're in isolation, it's easy to allow the naysayers to dampen your enthusiasm, right? Those toxic people that we talked about. Oh, what are you doing with that thing again? That business of yours? When are you going to get real? When are you getting a real job? Ouch. I don't want people like that in my life. Or at least they can be in my life, but I don't want to listen to them. Right? All of these mindset-y things lead to self-doubt. And when you question yourself, your business goes stagnant. Yes? Do you recognize anything here? Yeah. Yeah. This is universal. I've developed this framework over being with you guys for so many years, being so invested professionally, but really with my heart, seeing all of these frustrations. And all three of these frustrations lead to inadequate growth. Right? Just going to say, mediocrity, playing not to lose, permission to stay at status quo. When you have no direction and you don't know what to do, when you have self-sabotage because you're getting in your own way, and you're operating solo, which means you have no accountability. This is a recipe that does not work, which, if you think about it, so many people say, I'm good at what I do. I make good money, but this is so hard, it's not worth it. Because often business owners, because of these three frustrations, they give up on themselves. Which is, would you say that's kind of sad? It's not sad that they give, they're great people. They do great work in the world. They just don't have the pieces that are missing. But what I'm here to tell you is that not everybody experiences business in this way. There are many people who are playing a bigger game. There are many people who are increasing their income every year. People who are creating systems that can replace them, Terry, right? People who are delegating more effectively so they gain back their freedom. People who are making more while no longer working evenings and weekends and are able to take 6 weeks of vacation, 8 weeks of vacation. They're making more and they're working less. Breathe in that possibility. Breathe it in one more time. Would you like to know what the one common denominator is for the people who are living this business life? Yes? Only 2 people would like to know? Okay. Oh. Because otherwise, I can go into the next room and just tell those two people, and then. The one predictor of success in business is confidence. Confidence. Now, can you experience entrepreneurial confidence and a significant increase in income every year like they do? Yes. Yes. Would you like to know the steps to do so? Okay. Number one, you can do it when you are clear about your next steps and you feel capable of doing them. Right? That's the strategy piece. So that means you always know where you're going. Right? Every 90 days, every 120 days, you know what your plan is every quarter. When you follow marketing systems that already work. Right? They've been proven, they've been vetted for years and years and years. When you get growth strategies that you didn't know existed, right? You want a lead generation book and you want to write it in 90 days and 120 days? Bam. This is how. Raise your hand if you're in this room and you wrote a book in a ridiculously short period of time and are getting new clients and making new money. This is what happens. Growth strategies that you didn't know existed. Bestseller at that. Yes, Sarit. Yes. When you get mentored by already successful business owners who are very generous, right? Who share with each other. When you model examples that show you exactly how to do something, right? You want to close the sale 96% of the time? Say yes. Here's the cheat sheet. Here's what you say on the phone call. This is exactly when you pause in the conversation and don't say anything for 10 seconds, and you will get a client. These are examples. You want to send letters that get you referrals? Here's 4 of them. First you send this one, then you send this one, then you send this one, then you send this one. Model them, right? You want to create an intro evening talk that gets you clients? Follow these 23 steps. This is what you say in each step, and you will get new clients from doing a talk. This is the exactly how to do something. Not just go do an intro evening talk, bye. Right? When you learn from other people's best practices, do this, not that. When you work from scripts and templates and processes that have already been laid out, it's plug and play. When you have regular time to plan, right? Instead of trying to plan the growth of your business in between client appointments. Is that going to work, Jennifer? No, it doesn't work. You need time outside of the office. A full day, 2 full days, immersed, total immersion into what does the next 120 days look like? What does the next year look like? How can we improve on this past year's advances? How do we do this strategically? How do we set goals? By attending regular structured meetings with mentors, with other advancing entrepreneurs, where we get clarity on our next steps instead of just being like, well, what should I do now? What should I do? Should I do another webinar? Oh, I didn't do the first one, so I can't do the second one. This is entrepreneurial confidence through capability, right? Capability meaning I know what to do next and I know how to do it. Make sense? You want the second one? Okay. Entrepreneurial confidence and these results that we talked about are possible when you stretch your vision and take bigger action. This is the mindset piece. This is going from, I am a dermatologist, to I am a worldwide acne solutions expert, like we talked about. This is about shifting your business model so that you're no longer one-to-one. You need, I'll say from my experience, we all need somebody to stretch us to think bigger. And so you need processes to think bigger, right? You are in your fishbowl right now. It's time to jump into the ocean. It's time to jump into the big lake. But you won't do that without the right mindset environment. We've been talking about that the last day and a half. Deep breath in. Tonight, we're going to talk about making the impossible easy, right? Being in a structured environment where you are allowed to increase your belief in yourself. And you believe that you are awesome. Are you awesome? Yes, right? Where you can integrate tools to get past fear, right? And into action. When you can overcome your personal blocks to success. Those fears we talked about charging more, about promoting yourself, about deserving, all of that. When you can break through those, because you're continually in an environment where mindset is a top priority, you gain entrepreneurial confidence. Makes sense? Yeah. When you can apply strategies to eliminate distractions and stay focused. Who wants to stay more focused? Yeah. When you get hacks to become more disciplined, right? So you can get your day-to-day stuff done. When you can be more intentional about your day-to-day actions, saying, if I've only got a limited amount of time, I'm going to focus on money-generating activities. I'm going to focus on exponential growth activities. I'm not going to tinker around Facebook for another 3 hours like I just did this morning. Yeah? Yes, I know. No judgment. I'm just saying, confident entrepreneurs know what to focus on. They're intentional. It's easy when you're in the environment of it, right? Right? It's about developing an abundant mindset. Remember, victim, victor, right? Abundance and lack. It's about getting on that side. When we catch ourselves being on the lack side, it's about moving over to the abundant side of the mindset chart that we talked about last night. This is where you learn directly from someone who's mastered mindset and continues to learn from it. So you stretch your vision of what's possible for your business. Like Terry said, uh-oh, here we go again. What's the next level? Right? That makes a confident entrepreneur. When you build strong wealth consciousness. It's not just something you hear once at a 3-day thing. This is a day-to-day thing. You strengthen that muscle. You strengthen the muscle of feeling, of expecting and believing that it can be yours, right? When you discover quantum mechanics and metaphysics and how it can affect your results in a very real way. It's about entrepreneurial confidence with mindset, right? All of this. It's that belief in yourself and the willingness, the commitment to play a bigger game. You guys okay? Say this is good, yeah? Yeah. You want the third one? Yeah? Yeah. You go from stagnancy to confidence when you get encouragement and accountability from a tribe of positive, like-minded people that you actually like and love. This is about trusted community. It's about getting in an environment of positivity and encouragement. Being continually surrounded with confident business owners who see a bigger game for you. Where you have a tough day, they say, okay, dust yourself off, try again, because you have got what it takes. Not just one person, an entire community. How would that make a difference in your life? It's about having people that you'll talk to every day who will lovingly keep you accountable and help you reach your set goals because you told it to them. And they're in a structured way, they're going to help you get there. It's about rejoicing in having level 3 conversations you cannot have with your current peer group. Woo! Having a safe place to celebrate your accomplishments. You know, Alexander, you know that $50,000 program we just created for you on Friday? Yeah? Who are you going to call when you sell your first $50,000 package? Are you going to call your friends at home, or are you going to call these guys? Why? They will celebrate with you. But because can he? If he sells a $50,000 package and his friends at home make $35,000, that ain't going to work, right? And it's also about having a soft place to land, right? Entrepreneurship is one of the most difficult things. Why? Because it requires almost entirely on you. And sometimes when we get knocked down, we need other people who will get us. Because if we go to our friends and family, what are they going to say, Victoria? Suck it up. Or perhaps this is a sign. Maybe, oh, Victoria, maybe you're just not cut out for this. Why don't you get a real job? Right? No. Who are you going to call? Who are you going to call? You're going to call Jody. You're going to call Chris. You're going to call Joe Biba. You're going to call Michelle. You're going to call Terry. Is that true? Is that who you call? Absolutely, every time. Because, yeah, they'll let you have a pity party. And then what? 5 minutes? Come on, Chris. Be more generous. 5 minutes. She's a hard one. That is a long time for her. Yeah. Right? A soft place to land where somebody will just let you cry on their shoulder and say, okay, all right, I've been there too. Tomorrow morning, let's just start all over again, okay? I got you. I got you. I believe in you. Today was hard, but you can do this. Let's do it together. All right? And you get others to help you stay the course. Right? And when needed most, they'll give you a loving kick in the pants. Right? Come on! That's entrepreneurial confidence through trusted community. Knowing you never have to do it alone ever again. Did you notice here? Did you notice people are like, oh, yeah, I'm in my 3rd year. I'm in my 2nd year. I'm just about to start my 3rd year. Shelly, where are you? Are you here? Shelly Ryuta? Shelly's like on the 17-year program, which is really probably only 5 years. But she just says there's no reason why I would ever not be here. Right? Tracy? No reason. Knowing you don't ever have to do it alone ever again. Right, Jody? And that is what creates a confident entrepreneur. The combination of a solid plan, a growth mindset, community, accountability. That is when the acorn reaches the oak tree. That is when you reach your potential. That is when you have permission to play a bigger game. Right, Cherry? That's when you create stuff you can't create all alone in your office at home. Especially, I'm just going to say this, especially when you're a mom with lots of kids, yeah? Yeah. Yeah. That being said, what's going to be your next move after you leave here? After you leave the mindset retreat, what's your next move? If we were to meet back here in Fort Lauderdale exactly 1 year from today, what would need to have happened over the course of the next 12 months for you to feel confident in your business and happy with your progress? Turn to the person next to you and 1 minute each, tell them what that is. What big stretch goal would you like to have happen in your business in the course of the next 12 months? Give him a high five. Give them a high five. For confident entrepreneurs, the training never stops. If you want, listen to me, if you want new lasting results, you must invest in yourself, right? Invest of your time, invest of your energy, invest in your effort, and invest in your financial resources. As Alexander said, you are your best investment, right? Invest in joining a fun community of other confident entrepreneurs. Invest in hiring superheroes who believe in you, who say, we have totally got your back. You have this. Because can you really do it on your own? How do you know? You tried it. Repeatedly. You tried it, right? I believe that you can't give yourself a good haircut. Right? Confident entrepreneurs don't give themselves a good haircut. They look to others for the support that they need. They're smart enough to know that they can't do it on their own. That's okay. I'm just going to look for who else has that, the proven formula, the proven system, and I'm going to learn what that is. So I surveyed the landscape of what mentorship is available for entrepreneurs over the years. I used to do straight coaching, like many business coaches do in the beginning. And I looked at what was available. And there's not a lot that fits all the needs of entrepreneurs, right? Traditional business schools don't provide this. Sometimes you get one person who's coaching you, but they have never reached 7 figures or multiple 7 figures. They can't tell you what's around the bend because they haven't been there themselves. That's true, right? Nothing wrong with them. But if you really want to play a bigger game, you want somebody to tell you, so at this point, I just want you to be aware that you're going to start feeling that, right? And when you delegate the first time, this is exactly what's going to happen, unless you do this, right? And anyway, business schools aren't made for business owners like us, right? Certainly not at $40,000 to $60,000 a year, and you walk out not even knowing how to get a client. Yeah. Some people know exactly what that is, right? Walk out with lots of debt, and they still don't know how to get a client. This is why we created the Boldheart Business Program.
It's a different approach that is much more realistic and much more from the heart. Anybody out there that wants to take their business to another level, this is the way to do it.
I'm Dr. Nicole Rivera, and this is Dr. Nick. Should I not say that?
Great start, everybody. Great start. Crushing it, Boldheart.
We have had tremendous growth over the past 2 years it's been.
Yep.
And I just remember our first time here, we were sitting there doing our mastermind and we were talking about all these different things that we needed support on. And just getting the support from everyone on how to systematize what we were doing and really be able to grow in a capacity that we didn't really know was possible. And having all of the curriculum from Fabienne and the support just accelerated us. We have grown tremendously over the past 2 years, more than we, I think, ever expected.
We had been doing business under the name of client attraction for countless years and helping entrepreneurs and business owners all over the world. And what I realized over the years is we offered so much more than client attraction. We helped people play a bigger game.
Boldheart has become a place where I can be the best version of myself. As a business owner, as a woman, as a leader, just everything I've wanted to be, this is the place where I'm allowed to do that.
It's almost like a holistic approach, right? So you have great, amazing content that you get to learn and you get bits and pieces and nuggets out of each of the modules. Then we have Fabienne. All she has to do is stand up there and she inspires us all. The community of people, you'll never meet a community of people like this. Just being tapped into them inspires me to take more action.
It's been an amazing growth opportunity. It has given me insight into who I am, what I can do, and I think most importantly, what I can do for other people.
we decided to play a bigger game ourselves and to rebrand. And the first time that I heard the word Boldheart, it was as if all the stars had aligned. We are creating bold hearts to walk through this planet and help other people.
It's really comforting to know that you're in a room of individuals who really love and care for you and what they do. And the results I've experienced here is a result of, completion in my business. The plan is to scale my business out to multiple locations nationally, and I now have the tools to do so.
Sometimes people ask me, how do I know if I'm a bold heart? How do I know if I belong in this community? Do I have what it takes? And my answer is always, are you somebody who is willing to play a bigger game, to live a life of purpose, to live authentically, with integrity, to have more love in your life, to leave a legacy, to activate your potential, to really live life in Technicolor as opposed to living a vanilla life? If that is what you want, then yes, indeed, you belong with us.
So I'd like to tell you more about the Boldheart Business Program. If it speaks to you, join us. If it doesn't speak to you, that's great too. Boldheart Business is a combination of strategy, mindset, and loving community. It's created for how you are wired. Created by business owners, for business owners, because we get you. It's the combination of the strategy, the mindset, and the community. It's where you get clarity on next steps, reachable stretch goals, direction, a solid plan, proven concepts and tools. It's where you get systems and processes, scripts and templates, the exactly how to and shared best practices. It's also where you get the mindset on a daily basis, right? Thinking bigger, eliminating self-doubt, overcoming internal blocks, moving past fears, shifting negative beliefs. It's where you are intentional and focused, and you become disciplined, and you stay in faith. And it's also about the community. Regular strategy meetings, time to plan and work on your business, time to celebrate, collaborative masterminding, accountability coaching on a daily basis, on a monthly basis, daily accountability calls and emails, positive peer groups, encouragement and fun, and the sense of acceptance and belonging that you may have never felt in your business and even in your life. Boldheart Business is a multi-year program. It's divided into year-long tracks, and members advance year to year, as you heard, as results increase. So many people start in the growth track. The growth track is if you're in the first few years of your business and you have a few clients and you want clarity and next steps on how to market your business to get ideal, high-paying clients. The growth track shows you how to get more clients and make more money. So here's what you get in the growth track: 24 marketing classes. Here's a tour of what's included, right? So marketing classes on closing the sale consistently, generating more referrals, putting your marketing plan on autopilot, giving seminars that attract clients, developing attractive marketing materials, crafting your marketing message, right? Increasing your online presence. Here's a tour of what's included in your first year of the growth track. You get your done-for-you marketing plan, right? You don't have to work it out yourself. We've done it for you. Proven scripts to use. Templates to model for a website that attracts clients. Processes to follow to attract clients for evening talk. Everything is given to you. Literally, it's like, you want more clients and make more money? Here you go. Here is the recipe. Just follow the recipe. It includes 3 two-day live retreats, most of them in Stamford, Connecticut, just right outside of New York City. It includes mentorship, expert mentorship on what you need most. Kiva, stand up. Kiva Leatherman is a marketing expert who brings her knowledge and her expertise to the growth track and teaches with me. The two of us teach this. Gail, Gail, where are you? Gail, stand up, stand up. Gail brings her expertise, years and years of a marketing expert, having had her own business as well, brings you what she knows works, right? These meetings happen 3 times a year, but you don't have to travel for these. We do them in person, but you can attend all 3 growth track retreats virtually via live stream. So no travel is ever needed. So we have plenty of people all around the world who live stream, like some of you are doing now, and do it with us. There's masterminding every 120 days, right? You sit down with your peers, you do some work on getting clear on exactly what you're going to work on over the next 120 days, and then they help you calendarize it. They help you get over the obstacles. They give you resources. You walk out of that growth track meeting door enthused, confident. You know what you're going to work on, you know how to do it, and you know that they've got your back. Woo! You get 12 private calls with your Boldheart business coach. This is invaluable. Well, I like to have fun. So we also have fun growth track parties at every meeting, right? Katie, I think that's you. This is Katie right there. Yeah. Who's that? Is that you? Yes. That's the growth track. Other people start in the leverage track. This is for you if your business is already generating more than $100,000 in revenues a year, and you're looking to set up systems to bring on a team, to scale your business models, and to create passive revenue. This is for people who are looking to scale and leverage. The bonus that leverage students get in the growth track curriculum is they get the growth track curriculum at no charge. So, Jennifer, you joined Leverage because you wanted to be with peers who make the same money that you do, but you went through the growth track curriculum, which you get for free. Bonus. The Leverage track shows you how to scale your already successful business to reach 7 figures or more and gain your life back. Yes! Tracy is dancing in the back. Yes! Right? The 24 classes that you get are leverage focused. So you learn how to leverage your innate abilities, leverage your team, leverage your systems, leverage your time, leverage your marketing, leverage your intellectual property, leverage your differentiation, leverage a second in command, leverage everything about your business so that you can turn your yearly revenues into your monthly revenues and gain your life back. The leverage track includes 4 meetings a year, 2 days each, and they are at the Stamford Yacht Club in Stamford, Connecticut, right outside of New York. These are not live streamed. These are live, in person only, right? And this is us in a small room working on your business. We mastermind every 90 days. You are never more than 90 days away from us, right? You get your 60-minute strategy call with me. I look at your business ahead of time, you send me a questionnaire, I map out exactly what you're going to do over the course of the next 12 months. Then you get 11 monthly calls with your Boldheart business coach, focused on marketing, sales, leveraged business models, systems, internet marketing, passive income, time management, and mindset. In addition to this, you get monthly laser coaching Q&A calls with me. You come in, you join us, I say, what are we celebrating? What are you working on? And how can I help? But I also like to have fun. I captured Suzanne in one of her best moments. We have fun wine and hors d'oeuvres receptions every 90 days. Now that's the leverage track. Here's what all tracks include. A private Facebook group, just for your track. Shireen talked about it. Invaluable resource where you can go in, ask for a resource, share a win, say, hey guys, I need some help, this isn't going well. And literally, you go in, you post something within sometimes minutes, sometimes seconds. Shoom! People come in and say, hey, why don't you use this? Oh, you want that letter? Here's mine, use mine, right? You want a resource? Here's the 3 resources that I use. Every member in every track receives in the mail my client attraction system. Yes. I am known worldwide for the client attraction system. I have sold millions of dollars worth of this $500,000 product. It is worth $500,000, but I used to sell it for $500. I no longer sell it anywhere. It is only available to the members of Boldheart Business. You get 3 virtual deep dives, half-day intensives, where I teach you something that has nothing to do with business, but how to be more intentional and focused and disciplined, how to be more authentic in your marketing, how to tap in to spirit to help grow your business. All of these non-pragmatic things, but that are really, really moving for people and that really help a lot. Would you say that that was helpful for those of you who went through it? Yes. And you get the mindset retreats. You get to come to the mindset retreat at no charge because you're here now. But a year from today, you're going to be a completely different person in the best possible way. And new level, we're going to have to work on different stuff, right? So you get to come back here next year, and if you're like Alianka, you could just say, well, I'm going to be on that panel. You will set yourself up with a daily accountability buddy from your group. You'll get daily accountability prompts from me. You're going to have access to all the past growth track meetings. We're going to do a virtual strategy planning session in January, December, something like that, to map out all of 2017. So by the time 2017 starts, you know exactly what 10 projects you're going to work on to exponentially grow your business. And most importantly, it's a safe place to celebrate your accomplishments, right? So like I said, traditional business schools, they charge $40,000 to $60,000 a year. This is not what we do. We don't believe in that. We believe in high value that is affordable. The Growth Track program tuition is only $833 a month after your full deposit. The leverage track is $1,500 a month after your full deposit. But that's if you choose the payment option. If you decide within 3 months that you would like to pay for your tuition in full, you can save $2,000 on each program. You have 90 days. Some people use those 90 days or 3 months to, they put it on a 0% credit card, for example, and then they take the time to hustle and get new clients, right? People just essentially implement quickly. Who was it? It was Alianka. You implemented very, very quickly. You got that first client, paid for your tuition. Yeah? Pay it back so it's even more affordable. Joining Boldheart Business is really easy. The minimum deposit to get started is usually $1,000. Right? But here at Mindset, we're going to make it even easier because you're here, you want to see what it's like. You can get started today for a $500 deposit. $500 deposit, and then you can join us tomorrow for the orientation and celebration lunch. This is where instead of having lunch where you've had lunch the last 2 days, you come and you be with us. You meet your peers in the Mindset Retreat Boldheart Business class of November 2016. You get to be with the people you're going to spend the next year with. We're going to give you some orientation quick start tools to help you get new clients quickly, help you get new results quickly. And all you have to do is just fill out one small card with your name, your address, things like that, and just say, yeah, I'm interested. This is what I want for myself, right? You don't have to worry about whether you want to do pay in full or installments. We will discuss that at orientation tomorrow. If you're not sure, just put installments. You have 3 months to decide, and we will honor that $2,000 discount. Is that fair? Is that good? Yes. Okay. And then we hit the ground running. We start working on your business immediately. This is the beginning of your bigger future. And so a defining question that I would like to ask you is this. Ask yourself this, would I feel happy with my progress if 1 year from today I was in the exact same place? Are you ready for your next level? Are you ready for your next level of growth? Are you ready to take a no excuses approach? Are you ready to no longer reinvent the wheel? Are you ready to make more money in your business? Are you ready to stop tolerating teeny tiny incremental steps? Are you ready to take personal responsibility for your actions and your results? Are you ready to feel fully supported in your business? Are you ready to be with fun, loving, positive thinkers who play big? Are you ready to trust this proven process? Are you ready to do the work that's required? If the answer is yes, then you know what to do. There is a defining moment in every successful entrepreneur's life. And it is when they decide that they're going to draw a line in the sand. And they're going to say, my life up until this moment was that part of my life. My life starting today is going to be completely different. And so we're handing out an invitation for you to join us. If you feel that you are a Boldheart, if this speaks to you, then join us. We've been waiting for you. Just one courageous decision made in faith can change the course of your life for the better. I heard Richard Branson say once, if someone offers you an amazing opportunity and you're not sure you can do it, say yes and then figure it out later. For many of you, now is the time. And so what I want to leave you with before we go to dinner is that everything in the universe has an innate possibility held within, like the acorn that you were given. Just like a seed, and that potential needs only a supportive environment to be fully expressed. I believe that it's time to activate the acorn within you. You can do this. We believe in you.